So once you pressed on Access 2013 icon, you will get screen very similar to this. So only one difference, I use Windows 8 and you probably will use Windows 7 in school. But you have to find the icon which will say blank desktop database. So here you have to do two things. Number one, while you click blank desktop database, you press browse and you select the folder where you want to save your database. I will, for purpose of simplicity, I will say save database on my desktop, and I will call this database, and I want you to call it the same way, your first name, your last name. In my case, I will write my last name, first my last name, I will write Kliban underscore Maxim underscore class underscore assignment underscore 1 ACCDB. Press OK, right? And it shows you here your database name and the folder where you store. I stored it on my desktop. And you can store on your desktop or your flash drive or any place you like, or your U drive, any place you like. You press create. Now you have a screen for Microsoft Access database in front of you. Two things which I want you to do. While we learn it, there's few ways to create tables in databases. Access automatically gives you template for the first table. I want you to close this table. Press close X on the right hand, because we will create everything from the beginning. Now you have a ribbon, same thing as in any Microsoft Office product. For now, let's concentrate on Create tab. You press Create and you see all options for database. Since today we will do simple design of only one table, we will learn how to design table from table options, right? There's two ways designing tables. One using design view and another using table view. Just today, for today's purposes, I will show you how to design table fast within table view, datasheet view, the way Access calls it. Just so you can get hang of it. Later, we will not use this view because this view is a little bit limited in functionality. But we will use design view of the table. But today, first is first. So, in order to create table, you have to select Create tab and press Table. Now, once you create a table, first things what I want you to do, save this table. Press Save. And we give our name TBL underscore student. Right? So we call it TBL student. And I have my presentation here, which will show me all of my fields, right? So my first field, primary key, student ID, right? So what I'm doing, but my first field, Access created for you already. It calls ID. I don't want it to call it ID. I wanted to call primary key student ID. So what I'm doing, I'm selecting this field from the top, and I click on top name and caption. Where it says field name, I write PK underscore student underscore ID. Exactly how we designed here, right? So if I open it here, let me open PowerPoint to see. We'll see PK student ID, right? Now PK student ID. That's exactly what we designed. We don't write anything for caption, we press OK. So as you can see, the first field is PK student ID. And see, you can make fields bigger and smaller. And if you double click, they make it with PK student ID. Now, once you select this field, you will see data type auto number, right? So let's keep it auto number. Now let's create second field. You create in small arrow under click to add, and next field is student first name. So, and we say student first name, short text, 50 characters. So we select short text, and we name this table student first name, student underscore first underscore name, right? Now if you select it again, there says something field size on the top. Do you see it, field size? So we write 50 characters. Why? We decided previously that this field will be 50 characters because we think it's enough for a first name. Then we do another field which is also short text, and we call it student underscore last name, student last name, and it's also 50 characters. Now the third field, student gender, student, so let me find it's we call it short text, we call it student underscore gender, and student gender will be 6 fields. Now the next field is student phone. We do exactly the same thing, short text, we write student underscore phone, and we call it the short text 13 characters, right? Short text 13, field size 13 characters. The next field, student address, student street address, short text student underscore address, street address, right? Okay, and same way, student address, we decided previously it's going to be 70 characters. Student city, 50 characters. So here we write 70 characters. Student city, student underscore city, and we write 50 characters. Now the next field, which we decide, student zip code, student zip code, student zip code, and we decided that student zip code can be how many characters? 5 characters. Now, student date of birth, short text, student underscore date underscore of underscore birth. So student date of birth will be not actually short text, it will be date and time. So when we go to data type, we select date and time, and under format we have to make sure we select short date, right? So we will record dates in format which you like, date time, short date. And the next is student credits. The last one is short text, and we call it student underscore credits, student credits. And student credits data type we change to number. That's how we decided. And format we wanted, let's have it, don't change format, let's have it, let's leave it, right? Student credit is number. right? So for students credit, see, they created number 0 automatically as a default value. But if we click on default value button, we don't want any default values. We press OK. So there will be no default values. We go default value, and you will have to make sure that there is no default values. So we write OK. Right? Now, if we close this table, Access will ask you, do you want save changes to layout? Press yes. Right? Next time we open the table, we have it. As we discussed in week 1, tables names will appear on the left side. So we have table student. Now, how do you enter data in a table students? It is very easy. Double click on table student. Double click on table student. And for primary key, because we selected auto number, if you want to see what kind of data type, you select table and you select fields, right? Under table tools, fields. So if auto number, it means you don't have to enter it. We're never entering auto number fields. Database will assign, right? So in order to enter data, it's very easy. Under student first name, you write, for example, Max. Student last name, you can write Kliban. Student gender, you can write male. Student phone number, you can write parentheses 718-788-9087. Student street address 2031 Ocean Avenue. This is just an example. Student city, we can write Brooklyn. Student zip code, we can write 11229. See, because it's only, I did it 11229. Student date of birth, you can use calendar, or you can enter 11/15/1985, for example. Student credits, and here you can write any number, right? Because data type is a number. If you will write any letters, database tell you, hey, it will not work. It give you an error message to enter new value. We imagine that this student have 70 credits. Now, in order to save it, you just click on next record. Notice student ID 1 appeared automatically. Enter another student, for example, Steven. And last name, Job. Steven Jobs, right? Gender, we will write male. Student phone, 8 parentheses 899, maybe zip code somewhere, 879-8990. Address 56 Bourne Street, right? And it can be Bronx. And zip code can be 111111, right? Notice, because our short text and field size 5, database will not let me to enter more numbers even if I want, right? And date of birth 12/01/1990, right? And credits 5 credits, right? So what I want you to do for the exercise, enter 5 more records, and I'm gonna do it too. I can write one more for you. Jean Kribman, female. Let's enter some female. Phone number is 9887, right, for example. And from city, Staten Island, right, street address 2340, sorry guys, 2340 Ford Avenue, Staten Island, and zip code going to be 11235, for example. I don't know if it's Staten Island zip code or not. 11/09/1987. and I enter number 67, right? So this is about it. So we created a table, right? And I want you enter 5 more records, and 5 more records, just for the record. Once you're done, please submit it under class assignment 1, and this will be counting from your class assignment. And please read homework for explanation what you have to do for homework. Thank you very much, and if you have any questions, just send me an email. Once you're done with database, by the way, you can press X and it's closed, right? And as you can see, I have it on my desktop. Next time when you open this file, you will have it here, right? And if you get security warning on top, you press enable content. That's about it.